handily over a young KU squad in this confrontation. Only 2 points separated the teams at halftime. And the issue remained in doubt much of the second half. Another intense game develops whenever Oklahoma State and Oklahoma get together. And this contest in the first round of the tournament was no different.
Pass, number 2 pass to Bob. Number 3 pass over here. Then you take it and go to your right. Got it? And we got a stack over here with Alvin, Tom, and Bob Richards. Guard special, first time down the court. Okay? Now listen. When you get it off the board, take it right away. Don't hesitate. Stay on the board now. Keep doing the job. Come on now. Come on. Keep on. Stop ball now. Keep on. That's it. Ball now. Yeah, no. That's right. Get to moving. Now bounce on this.
Go, yeah,
on it, so we can hit you. Get to moving around in there. So we can hit you. Now you're going to hit him from the wing position. You're not going to hit him from out in front unless he goes high. Now you know that.
Go.
Now lay down and get after these two the bucks.
Go, yeah. Team got 3. We got half out.
Now be sure we're screening off that board now. Don't go in there like we did when the ball game started. Just run into the board. Now you can do the screen. That's been good for us. Let's go.
A spunky Oklahoma State team battled Oklahoma into overtime before falling prey to 6'8" forward Tom Holland. These victories over cross-state rivals propelled Oklahoma and Kansas State into the semifinal round. Missouri hit 64% of its shots to take a first-round victory over Colorado. The championship semifinals produce some of the finest basketball to be found anywhere. Close games are the rule rather than the exception. Missouri wins an exciting battle from Oklahoma, 69-68. But Sooner freshman Alvin Adams steals the show. Adams plays like a veteran, scoring 27 points with 19 rebounds. Oklahoma had the Tigers on the ropes before Mike Jeffries bailed out Old Mizzou. In an equally exciting contest, Kansas State reached the championship game. The Wildcats held off Iowa State 68-65 as Steve Mitchell had 21 points and 16 rebounds. The championship game was a classic basketball struggle played before the usual full house of rabid Big 8 fans. Adding to the color for the game and the entire tournament, the all Big 8 band, composed of 44 of the top musicians from the Big 8 marching bands. This group is the first all-conference band assembled by a major conference. As the championship game unfolded, Missouri surged into a quick lead as Orv Salvin picked up a hot hand.
Deny that guy the ball. You do your job, all right? Get out in front of the guy, support him from behind, and clear it out, drop all the way back from the top. Deny that guy that basketball, and then we got to have the screen out in front of him, and the shot goes out. You got to fight like hell for that ball. Missouri, come on, Missouri. Let's go get him. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Prima donna, I never seen anything like it in my life. Prima donna. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Son, go run his offense now. Come on, let's go. We can't got to get the moving in that zone. Get the moving in that zone. Get the moving in that zone. All right? Come on.
Kansas State battled back and tied the game at 62-all with less than 9 minutes to play. This game belonged to Al Eberhard, Missouri's 6'5" forward. Later named the tournament's outstanding player, Eberhard scored 24 points in the final to ignite a happy victory celebration. Big 8 Commissioner Chuck Ninus presents the Reeves E. Peters Trophy to Missouri coach Norm Stewart and captains John Brown and Mike Jeffries. And Salmon puts the finishing touches on another chapter in tournament history by cutting down the nets.
Again this year, Vickers was chosen as the official gasoline for the 50th anniversary running of the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, the same great brand of gasoline you use in your car. Pikes Peak race cars need power, and they get it with Vickers. Performance is the key to driving Pikes Peak, and you get it with Vickers. Peak performance under tough conditions, and you get it with Vickers. Fill up with the same brand that champions at Pikes Peak use. Vickers, a winner every time. Vickers, where driving costs less.
Boy, you know, driving really does cost less at Vickers. It's simple. You get more miles for your money because Vickers gives you more gasoline for your money.
The close of the preseason tournament doesn't bring an end to exciting Big 8 basketball. A rugged conference season is ahead in which the tournament and intersectional records are quickly forgotten. Any coach will tell you each team is starting its conference schedule with a clean slate. Every team is aiming for the Big 8 title, and this competition produces unusual balance. In the past 8 years, 7 of the conference institutions have participated in postseason games. To the Big 8 champion goes an automatic berth in the NCAA Midwest Regional. This is all history, though. What about the future of Big 8 basketball? Well, the future is rosier than ever. 73% of this season's regulars return. These exciting players, outstanding coaches, the best in playing facilities, innovations such as the 30-second clock and 3 officials, and the competitive balance of conference play combine to place the Big 8 in a respected place as a national leader of collegiate basketball. Truly, this is exciting Big 8 basketball.
The Big 8 is really great.
Exciting Big 8 basketball has been brought to you by Vickers Petroleum Corporation, where driving costs less. Big 8 Conference.
Big 8 basketball is on the move. Traditionally known as one of the top cage conferences in the nation, the Big Eight gets better and better thanks to top-flight facilities, outstanding coaches, and exceptional athletes. Hello, this is Jay Randolph, inviting you to join me for a look at basketball in the Big Eight. Fast-paced action. Excitement. And aggressiveness are the ingredients. First this from Vickers.
Hi, George Goebel here. I just got this letter from the president of Vickers Petroleum. Well, my little bitty old heart went pity-pat, because I thought he was writing me bad news. But here's what he said. George, I want you to tell folks that Vickers is doing its dead-level best to make our gasoline go round, so everybody can get around. Now, that's pretty good. So hang in there with Vickers. We'll go a long way together. Prominently, we're trying.
From Wichita, Kansas to Pikes Peak in the Colorado Rockies on one tank of Vickers season-blended gasoline. 475 miles in a new Gremlin rated at only 19 miles per gallon. Sensible driving techniques, speeds between 50 and 55 miles per hour, and the average gasoline consumption for this trip was over 23 miles per gallon. Nearly 5 extra miles from each gallon of Vickers. Vickers, the gasoline that gets you there when you really need to go.
There's a new look emerging in Big Eight basketball. 2 ultra-plush arenas, Iowa State's beautiful Hilton Coliseum and Missouri's lavish Hearns multipurpose building are already in use, with 3 more member institutions scheduled to have new facilities in the near future. They're the University of Oklahoma, the University of Nebraska, and the University of Colorado. 3 established playing sites filled with winning traditions are Kansas State's Ahern Fieldhouse, Oklahoma State's Gallagher Hall, and Allen Fieldhouse on the University of Kansas campus. Big Eight basketball is blessed with the finest coaching fraternity in the United States. Jack Hartman, the head man at Kansas State, led the Wildcats to conference titles in 72 and 73.
I'm very proud to be a part of the Big Eight Conference basketball program. I think that we have one of the best conferences in the country. Certainly we have the most outstanding coaches that I know of in any one conference, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. We have some great facilities around the conference. We've had great recruiting years for the most part, and I think it's going to be one of the most interesting conference races that we've had in some time. I think any one of the 8 teams could possibly win it.
Russell Sox Walseth of Colorado is the dean of the league. The popular Buff Mentor has been named the Big Eight's top coach 6 times.
If it goes sprint, get to a diamond right away.
Kansas coach Ted Owens holds the best winning percentage in the league and has led his Jayhawks to 5 postseason tournament berths. Iowa State's Maury John has posted the most career wins of any league coach, and in 1969 he was the National Coach of the Year. There's Norm Stewart of Missouri, who directed his Tigers to the Big Eight preseason tournament crown in 71, 72, and 73.
If they don't trap, we're just...
Joe Cipriano turned Nebraska cage fortunes around when he took over the Cornhusker reins in 1963. His 1966-67 squad was the first Big Eight team ever to play in the National Invitational Tournament.
Now we're in drafting game, okay? Lafayette, get on the half post!
Rounding out the conference staff of basketball coaches are 2 outstanding newcomers. Guy Strong took over at Oklahoma State after successful tenures at Eastern Kentucky and Kentucky Wesleyan, where he posted an overall lifetime record of 154 victories and 95 losses. His 1966 Wesleyan team won the NCAA College Division Tournament. Joe Ramsey became one of the youngest major college coaches in the country when he took over at Oklahoma. At Robert Morris Junior College, his teams won 125 and lost but 25. And in a 4-year span, there were 2 third-place finishes in the National Junior College Tournament. Often overlooked, but of prime importance, are the assistant coaches. And the Big Eight possesses some of the finest. The importance of an assistant coach was typified in December of '73 when Gus Guyton was named the interim coach at Iowa State, replacing ailing head coach Maury John. Other assistants are Tom Smith of Iowa State. At Kansas State, Chuck Garrett and Marvin Adams. Bill Carlisle and Steve Smith at Oklahoma State. Gary Hulst and Sessions Harlan of Colorado. At Kansas, Sam Miranda and Duncan Reed. Missouri's assistants are Don Kelly and Dan McCleary. At Nebraska, Mo Iba and Lonnie Porter. And Larry Dunaway and Eddie Evans of Oklahoma. The backbone of a strong basketball conference is the players themselves. The Big Eight is fortunate to have some of the finest collegiate basketball talent in the nation. The Big Eight had its best overall recruiting year in '73, and many of the experts said the conference had the best recruiting year of any other league in the U.S. that year. It's hard to refute that statement with such talented individuals as former prep All-American Norm Cook of Kansas. Other standouts who stepped in to play key roles in their rookie seasons, Nebraska's Ron Taylor, an outstanding jumper. Ronnie Daniels of Oklahoma State, he's an excellent shooter. Dean Harris, a fine all-round performer for Kansas State. Lanky Melvin Baker of Oklahoma, another prep All-American selection. Steve Ferguson of Iowa State, who excels on defense. Donnie Von Moore, the Kansas forward, still another high school All-America choice. Missouri's Ron Selbo, who is a good driver as well as a top outside shooter. And Ricky Harris of Nebraska, whose aggressive play earned him a great deal of praise. Those first-year standouts joined a bevy of upper-class stars to make the '73-'74 season one that will long be remembered. Missouri's do-everything forward, Al Eberhard, seems to have the knack of being at the right place at the right time. Colorado's Scott Wedman isn't the tallest individual, but he's always been near the top of the charts in rebounding and scoring in the conference statistics. Lon Kruger, the brilliant floor leader for Kansas State the past 3 years, is a steadying force. He can hit for a basket from virtually anywhere.